I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it, 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 they don't love it.
I can get it gone in a blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink. Money. He can make a call if he tweet. Black money. I can make a ball when I speak. Rap money. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the money in the middle. Boy, I just solved the riddle for this pound cake. Giggles, now I see fiddle all around me. He little, my head was on a swivel. He was pushing a rental. Ain't it coincidental? He ain't really talking money. Who he talking to? Homie hopping, need a they awesome. I can charge a band to get a glimpse of what I'm about to do. They be talking to every about what they ought to do. I ain't tripping off of nothing. My name is topic discussion. If I give them attention, they all would probably start blushing. So power and hunt is the only thing that I'm crushing on. Bonafide stood on everything that I stepped on. I can get it gone in a blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink. Money. He can make a call if he tweet. Black money. I can make a ball when I speak. Rap money. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash at?
They couldn't see me coming with binoculars. Even if they did tell me who the was stopping us, the options keep popping up. Cops trying to lock us up when it's out the picture, but it ain't no Diddy cropping this. Sorry, officer, I'm a hood philosopher. In the open all the chakras up the block inside it and molten lava. Check your thermometers. These rats is synonymous to climates in Guatemala, bro. Bet your bottom dollar your favorite rapper.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Bigsby once more. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they could be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Jaguars. Tank Bigsby with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard lines, and the same result had he opted for the touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Stroud. Flush to his right. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. A huge play there for Houston, and even 50 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one.
Touchdown, Texans! Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a taking it right down Broadway? And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They go play action with Lawrence. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they run the toss to Bigsby. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, Lawrence dancing to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Jaguars. Pat Freiermuth from 21 yards away. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Second down and 6 now. As they've got it as we resume action.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. The Texans at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. They go play action now. Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season on 4th down on his Logan Cook to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 10. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll throw it with Stroud here. 1st and 10. That's complete to Dell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They will run the draw with Jacobs, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here's Stroud. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Stroud working out of the gun. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Play action. It's Lawrence. That one complete down the field to Smith. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On play action, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. Just a gain of a couple there, and that will bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Boy, that could have been a real momentum boost going into the break. You get into field goal position with a chance to seize the lead, but this one doesn't find the target, and they're unable to capitalize.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9. Now Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have him.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. From midfield now, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. From the gun, Bigsby. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devontae Smith, 45 yards. And the Jaguars have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5. Caught left side. Here's Dell. Touchdown, Texans. Take Dell. 29 yards. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby. And he powers his way up past the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to bring big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Take Bigsby. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Once again, it's Jacobs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Stroud. Flushed out right. Looking deep here for Mechie. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
We got 4. We got 4.
Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
We got this, fellas. Come on.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Jacobs is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes now. Here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down and they'll have to throw it anyway.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are able to move back in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back to throw, Lawrence. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here comes 2nd down. Here's a give to Bigsby. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. Tried for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Lawrence. And this one complete to Smith. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well.
Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back.